based on what you mentioned earlier, that we are watching less TV or less broadcast television. And I think in my personal example, what I found is it's only my mum and I that, especially over the pandemic, we bonded more because we weren't spending time just watching TV and only partially engaging. We are watching more TV together, even though we are watching less TV overall. I think a part of the advent of that, or what certainly helps, is multi-language programs that are being made by your OTT content providers, like your Netflixes and Amazons and stuff, that are making global programs. So we can watch stuff together. Not this, my mum's been here since the 70s. She understands and speaks perfect English. It's just the cultural relations.
Of course, I get that. Blimey, it's just the window I've never looked through, isn't it? So you're watching just different stuff together. Although you sound older, you're not 16 to 24, are you?
No, I'm like 40 myself.
Yeah, so there's another difference there. 16 to 24-year-olds are just not watching it anymore compared to older people and compared to what they used to do. There'll be outliers. There'll be like weird ones like Love Island and things like that, which just post enormous figures and are going to be incredibly popular among 16 to 24-year-olds.
I think that 16 to 24-year-olds are still watching content that's made by traditional broadcasters anyway. You can get stuff on iPlayer, you get the 4-on-demand stuff as well. So I don't think the broadcasters have lost place in the whole sphere of television.
I call this wrong. I think because it made me miss my dad, I think that I allowed that sadness to actually start defining my approach to the whole story. For me, reading this and missing my dad and thinking about what we would watch together actually almost sort of injected sadness into my reading of the whole story. But it's not actually a sad story. At 11:36, there's always time for the pendulum to swing back. But it's not a sad story necessarily, is it?
Well, I think you can maybe look at the bright deal or the other side of it. It was like, what kind of stuff would you have watched with your dad now if there was the way the content is available? And would you spend more time together watching things and dissecting things together, as I imagine you guys probably would have?
And you'd have watched it at opposite ends of the country. You'd have watched it at opposite ends of the country at different times as well. So, yeah, I get this is not necessarily a sad development or a negative. And I don't know, is there that royal family image of everyone sitting on the same sofa looking at the telly? I've done it as well, haven't I? I should have stuck with Socrates and Thucydides. The world turns, things change, but the eternals, the universal eternals, stay the same. Family time together survives. They're just not spending as much time together sitting on a sofa staring at a screen anymore. Ben's